Hello, everyone, and welcome to another drawing session today. I'll be doing a Christmas-themed drawing. I thought it would be fun to do a few. I started this one, and I might do a few more. This is just a fun, little like creature versus various creatures from different folklore and just legends. But I thought it'd be fun to mix in some ones based around Christmas with some that are just regular fantasy or regular just folklore. So I have this first one's going to be a Draugre versus the Yule cat. Here's the rough. I'm just gonna do. That's what that is. Yeah. What I'm gonna do is. Yeah. How do we do this? We could do. I guess we could. Did I really just make the cat only around him? I did. I think that's exactly what I did. Cause watch. Yep. Oh well. I'll figure this out. Because I want to change the pose. I mean, this is a fun first version of this drawing. But I mean, it obviously still needs a lot of work. Like, for instance, this should be much more cloth-like. And it's wearing this armor. Well, maybe over one leg he's wearing armor, and the other one he's not. Yeah, and he's got maybe chainmail underneath this. Coming down. And coming down from here too. Oops. This should be on the upper there. Yeah. So I hope everyone's having a good week and staying warm. For those of you that are being affected by this upcoming storm, I hope you stay safe. So we're about to get blasted by this nasty ice storm. So I hope everyone else that is somewhere safe. I don't know why. Well, this is for this version. That's right. I'm gonna do a few different variations on this one, and then maybe try something else. But this is pretty much what I was planning on doing because this is nice and quick. I don't want to hold. I want this to be a shorter stream, so I'm gonna just. He's just going to be in the snow, so his feet are in the. Let's see if I can find this out. I want to just see. I should have done this before, but I'm curious. So, oops. No. Okay. 1 second. I want to look something up. I want to see. Oops. Okay, it's Icelandic. Interesting. At least this version says it is. I think I made him too small, actually. Oh my gosh. Unless this is like the hulked out version of a Draugre, because according to this legend, this would be a house. They're big. They should have used this Aaron Yeager. This thing could have taken out all the Titans. Well, I mean, not all of them, but a lot of the smaller ones anyway. I don't know, the cat's not a fun thing to deal with, so even the bigger ones would have not a fun time with it. They kind of would start wishing they didn't have regeneration. This thing would just bite and scratch them a lot. I probably could have made it look even scarier, but I wanted it to be kind of comical too, where it's just like it's just so big. So technically, based on that, even if he's hulked out, you know, although they are shapeshifters, so maybe we could say this is him like hulked out. Like maybe I'll make his muscles even bigger. So he's kind of like just like this like giant Titan form. I don't remember if they said what the limit is on Draugre. I think. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where like they. Oops. Maybe why is that? Oh, I see. Okay. But yeah, I think it's just one of those things where like they're just written as they're tough. Like they're not. There's no like defined. Like they can shapeshift into bears. They can curse their enemies even when they're killed. So this would be an interesting fight. I don't think that the Yule cat would actually kill the Draugre because I think it might be smart enough to know about the curse. Since Iceland might have, yeah, they probably would have legends of Draugre from previous Vikings. See? Those are a little long. It doesn't need to be that long. They're more just curved and sharp. Aranjeka. I don't know why I keep saying that. So I hope everyone. Yeah. Like I said, it's just really fun drawing this kind of stuff. Like I've seen other people do stuff like the what are they? Those the Yule boys, I think they're called, or the like Candle Snatcher and I forget, pot liquor. Like, no, that's not one of them. I don't know what they are called. They have really weird names by today's standards, so I'm not gonna start guessing them because they're weird. I might even be like trying to show off the fact that it's growing. He's trying to use this dark energy or this power to make himself stronger, but he's still not anything against the Yule cat. I think what I wanted, the reason I did do it this way, now that I think about it, was maybe I didn't want it to look like a regular zombie, even though it kind of is. The thing, but they're so much more skilled, so I guess that's kind of why I wanted to do the whole it's standing upright, kind of like a White Walker kind of thing. That's probably where they got the thought for White Walkers. Actually, is these creatures, Draugre, that show up in Elder Scrolls in the Skyrim game, and aren't. Well, I mean, they get tough later on. I was gonna say they're not that impressive, but I mean, compared to the legend, they're not impressive. But if you play the game long enough, they level up with you. So by the end of the, by the time you're like level 50, they're just like all beasts. Like they're using the same abilities as you. Like, and yeah. Still think it'd be fun to have the so the sword's just being cut into pieces. Like it didn't even matter that it was enchanted. Just like, yeah, it's gone. I don't care. It's kind of. I'm gonna even just like hint that it's just playing with them, really. So. Yeah, it's all these different. It's the big thing is just to make it look like a cat, a regular cat. It's not actually even a wild cat. It's just a. They're just like, yeah, it's just a house cat that's giant, like a kaiju. We need Kaiju Clifford. Which, for people who are new to this channel, 1 second. Where's. There we go. That's Kaiju Clifford. That's what could take him down. Maybe this thing's like a giant Shenlong monster. It would gobble him up, or scare him away at least, because it probably knows a lot of good places to hide since it's so big. There must be some magic for how it can hide too. The funny thing is it says that it's based around like it's roaming the countryside for human victims who have yet to receive new clothes before Christmas, which is I think it was based on I listened to the story and it was explained really well in the story, but I think it's based around an Icelandic custom, so. Yeah. Anyway, the Draugre would definitely be on it. Would be something it would take on. Maybe just for fun, if nothing else. Like maybe there was a boring year where there were no children that met its criteria, so it's like, I'm just gonna go look for a cursed area where there's Draugre and take one on. Just not even to kill it, just to play with it. Like it's just having fun messing with this thing. Yeah, I know I'm not gonna win this, but you're gonna have a bad night. So in this instance, you're actually kind of rooting for the cat. Because Draugre are nasty. And one, even if it's not killed, one that's being distracted is a good thing. kind of giving like the reason I chose blue is to make it look like an ethereal kind of like. I could have gone. Well, the cat's black already. If I made the cat a different color, maybe I would change it. But I thought it'd be fun to make the Yule cat a black cat, even though they come in so many different. They can be like anything. There's a whole bunch of different pictures of them, and they're always different colors. There's no rules on what they can look like, but my version is gonna be a black cat because I like black cats. And I gave it like this Cheshire grin with these dagger like little teeth. So it's like smiling, and which isn't my usual thing. So, but oops, I should check to make sure that see if anyone's in the chat because I did say that this would be on. Oh, okay, no one. That's okay. Let's see. I do want to show something off. I have an exciting. Well, should I do this? I'll save that for later. I was gonna show the PNG for that. We'll start it for my that'll be showing up in the corner in future videos, but I don't think it's not working right now anyway. So yeah. We'll just leave it. I think, yeah, we'll just leave it for now. I could do something lazy, but I don't want to, because I could just put an image in the corner as a placeholder, but I'd rather have it be functional to some degree, so I'll figure that out for the next time. Should be, wait. Probably not Sunday night, actually. I might have to... Yeah, not Sunday night. Wait. Well, maybe. I'll think about it. You might have to reschedule for Monday, because I'm sure, well, I mean, all of you are going to be busy anyway, so I might want to just do Monday night just so that I'm not streaming on a night when everyone's busy with family or with friends. So, yeah, that sounds like a better idea. Let's do that. But kind of like the house being there. That kind of gives it a little bit more. It's kind of funny that it's just like this thing that just so huge that it's like dwarfing this house. Well, this will be an old rundown house though, because it's cursed. So I'll put the cracks in it. Maybe oh, I was on the wrong layer. Let's do like a part of the roof is missing. Trying to get some backgrounds in here. Maybe some trees are being toppled over all around the cat. Just like sticks. They're nothing to it. So it's like it just like leveled part of the forest around this house that was nearby. All these trees are just downed. I know I'm putting a lot of blue into this, but it's just to push these shapes a little bit more. I'll probably go over it again with something else, but I just wanted to really get across how powerful this thing is. Like maybe it even tinked off the side of his helmet, but it didn't even do anything. So like maybe it damaged the sword, but he can just, that sword will probably just regenerate, like just like him. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. So I haven't done it yet, but I did say in my last video that I would, and I'll set this up this weekend, if not tomorrow. I was gonna try and ask my viewers like what kind of lore and what kind of mythology or like any, or even like cryptozoology stuff. Like, what would you like to see me draw in the coming year? And I'll put out a poll and see what people want, because or like things that you'd like to challenge me to draw would be kind of fun, because I always want to grow as an artist. So anything folklore, fantasy based is the main premise, but you can mix it with things. So you could do like Thor versus Thor or something like that, where I draw like Hemsworth versus the legends of. I'm gonna put this sparkle in its eyes. Versus the Thor from like another mythology, where like, because in some versions he's even like higher up than Odin, because where he is like the All-Father in some versions, because in different countries they have different beliefs around those figures. Why don't we just make this I'm gonna make this a short one, so I'm gonna do make this a half hour, so in like 6 minutes I'll call it, which is why I wanted to just do a quick like drawing that I'm already working on, because I just wanted to talk a little bit about this coming year, say like I'd like to do more drawings that are challenge based, and I would love to have input from viewers, like anything that you think would be fun. I'm excited to try. Oops. I do have a brush for that looks more hair-like, but I want to save it for like the very end, because I kind of like this cartoony look a little bit, or like this like rough illustration, and I don't want to push things too far into realism, because I mean, look what's in the front. Look. He's fighting this zombie. He's just like this hulking thing. So I'm not too worried about realism with this one. Just having fun. The funny thing was, when I started this, I was worried that he looked too weak, but now that I put the house there, I think I'm kind of boosting the Draugre past what it's. Although I don't know. I don't know if they're, like I said, I don't know what the limits are of their abilities. Maybe they can get this big. All I know is that they become just like hulking beasts that are nearly indestructible. And I mean, and by nearly, like I said, if you do manage to like beat them at their own game, they can still curse you as they're dying. So. Sore losers. One thing I was going to try. We'll see how this goes. I kind of want to add this, like, maybe it's too big. I'm going to lower that down a little bit. What I'm trying to do is give like a filter of like a snowstorm. Or just like kind of impeding the field of view so that it's like, it's a dark night, but it's also kind of a, maybe this isn't the best brush. Maybe not for everything anyway. Just gonna kind of, it kind of works for that though. I like that, where it's just like, that's kind of what I want. It's just like, it's just like, I wanted to make the eyes the most prevalent part of it. Maybe I can try and, I must have some more. This works too. That's too much. Let's take it a little easy with that. I must. Maybe not that. Nope, not that. Just playing around with some of the brushes really quick. We're actually almost at the time limit. But I want to just try one thing before I call it. That's kind of cool. That's not really what I want, but that's a cool effect. So I'll keep it in just for fun. Well, here's the brush I was going to use for the hair. Or one of them anyway. Oh, this one's okay, because this one's actually still pretty, leads into the cartooniness of this. Do, 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 do. I guess this is more of a blur brush, but that's okay. Let's see, 4 lines. That's not much better. That's also a blur. Where is Something good. Fur? Oh, I see. Okay. That kind is fur, I guess. I see it. Oh, I do see it. I don't like it. It's facing a specific direction, and that doesn't really work for this drawing. So. Overcast sky. We'll fix the lettering. Although it might be kind of funny that that's also being hazed out by like just how like foggy and, or I mean how dark out it is, and how there's like this like rolling snowstorm, or like kind of like making everything hard to see. That's kind of cool. I like that for the. Put more of that in the cat. That watercolor look for some of it. Maybe not there. That looks kind of weird. Yeah. Nah, not there. Maybe just for the claws, actually. Because they kind of disappeared. I purposely left this in, oops, this line, because I wanted to show how fast this creature is. Where it just like zipped behind him at like this speed, and just, or like but its head went up, like maybe it was down and then its head went up and it slashed. So you can kind of see like the arc of the slash in its claw. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Like it actually damaged his spiritual essence and knocked it away from him. Like he's kind of this, where he's corrupting the ground around him. Because purple would be cliche, I think. I mean, I thought about it, but I'm like, so many times you'd see purple, so. And I think the only thing I would do is, well, no, because he can't do that. Like, all the armor and everything he's wearing is magic, and that's why it's that color too. I was going to change its color, but then I'm like, it makes more sense for it to just stay, because then you can say like it's magic and he's growing with it. Want to give this almost like a little bit of like a mixture of a comic book with a child book art kind of look to it, like the cat. I've seen creatures that kind of look like this level of, or scarier even than this in kids' books. So I know it does look kind of bear-like, but I don't know. I think it's got enough cat in it that it's pretty obvious. So that, yeah, I think that came out really good. Actually, I'm really happy with how this is looking. I'm going to do a time lapse for this too. It should be up later. Probably tomorrow night, honestly. I'm going to finish this up tonight, and I'm going to clean it up tonight and put some final touches on it tomorrow. But I think this is really fun. I had a great time drawing this, and I'm glad I could share some of the process with all of you. So, and the best part of it, honestly, where it's like, because sometimes when you see the beginning, it's fun to see the beginning. And do I even have that? Oh, I don't have it here, but I can try and do that. I think it was. Yeah, I could try and import that and then put it at the beginning of the video, so you could see kind of where it came from. If it's a time lapse, you'll just see it anyway. But it was a pretty funny drawing, even when it was just a silhouette. So mainly because I made the cat's eyes even more like it was more like Angry Cat. So I changed it to more diabolical Cheshire Cat later on, but it was kind of more silly. And at your request, I might even consider going back to it, but for now, this is good, I think. So, thanks for joining me, and gosh, I always forget this at the beginning, but please like, comment, and subscribe. You can hit the bell to get notifications, and as I said earlier, always glad to listen to suggestions on just like things you want to see in this coming year. Like, what kind of folklore do you think isn't really represented that well, and it would be fun to see more of? Because I love to learn. I listen to all these podcasts about like folklore and about like just different legends from all over the world, and it's hard to remember it all. So if someone, I'm sure I'll get around to a lot of it, but like any like places that feel that there's, or people that feel that like something that they've heard isn't but really being represented, I'd love to take a swing at it. It'd be really fun to try something new, because I like to challenge myself. So yeah, that'll be all for today. Like I said, I think we're gonna, since with the Christmas celebrations happening and so many people being busy and everything, I think I'm gonna definitely push it, my next one to beginning of Monday the 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because that just seems like the best time. That way no one has to worry about missing out on anything, or yeah. So, and you have more time to think about, like, if you have any thoughts on like things you want to see me draw, or a challenge that you've seen on like TikTok or something that you think would be fun for this channel, I'm up for that too. So yeah, Merry Christmas everyone, and have a happy holidays, and see you in a couple days. Next week. All right, well, have a good one.